The reason most traders blow their accounts, their funded accounts, or their challenges is because they lose way too big, right? Again, the biggest problem is yes, they're winning, but when they're losing, it's just way too big. So right now we're going to do a study on exactly how some of the best traders keep their losses small and how other traders can implement this, right? Again, this is not financial advice. This is simply a study done on what the best traders and what some profitable traders have done to keep their losses small. Now, before applying changes, what these traders did is they studied their winners, right? Again, we've talked with these traders and they studied their winners, right? And they saw what do all the TPs have in common? Again, whether that was structure, Fibonacci, liquidity, support and resistance, right? Like after what point of being in profit do they almost always guarantee to play out, right? Again, once a position is in profit and once the trader is making some money, at what point of the position after that point do they usually always go to TP, right? Usually we've seen that traders, they have like these points at like 80% of the time they do go to full TP. With my personal strategy, it is after we have broken and confirmed this second key level on the book map. So essentially this is kind of where I have my ideal scaling point and where most of the traders do it. Now, usually this will come around 0.5 to 1-to-1 risk reward with the way I trade. It again really varies per trader and per strategy. Now, how these traders are able to do this and how we've seen it works best is you start off with a small position size, right? So let's say that you're going to trade with 15 micros, right? So let's say that you're going to trade 15 micros. Instead of starting with a 15 and just, seeing what happens, what we've seen is maybe these guys, they will start out with, 7 micros. And if it does play out and if it gets to the point of profit, put in another 8 or maybe put in 10 and then put in another 5. Or we've seen even people do 5 and then add 10 later, right? Once the position is confirmed. Of course, the risk reward will not be as good technically, right? Because of the DCA, the dollar cost average is going to go higher. But again, if you start off with when traders start off with a smaller position size, when they do lose, since they started off with a small size and then they went straight into a loss, they have a very small loss size. However, when the trader reaches the ideal point of profit and they scale in, we see that they trail their stop, right? So again, let's say I get a trade in and I'm going to sell. If the sell goes down, I put more size into it, as price continues going lower, I will also trail my stop loss that in case it reverses and go bullish, it goes higher on me, it goes bullish, I'm not exposed to a massive loss. I'm still keeping my loss short. And again, as we just said, right, even though the risk reward of your trade might seem the same or small, right, maybe you're still hitting those 1 to 2s, 1 to 2.5, the true risk reward of your edge is actually going to increase. Why? Because again, when you're losing, let's say regular contracts, right? You're losing on one contract and you're losing what, $400? At least in my case, when I'm losing around $400 or $500. However, when I'm winning, since I'm winning on 2 or even 3 contracts, the size of my win is $2,000, $2,500. And it just, again, it's really disproportional. If I'm losing $500 but I'm winning $2,000, then my true risk reward of my edge is at a 4 to 1, not a 1 to 1.5 or a 1 to 2, right? Which again really outweighs those winners. And what this allows traders to do is that, again, they could be in a losing streak and all it really does is 1 or 2 winners and they're already out of the drawdown. This is something we've seen quite often. So again, this is how most traders, or this is a strategy that a lot of profitable traders use to keep their losses small. Again, nothing here is financial advice. And if you do want to get started with a prop firm and you want to go with a prop firm that is paying out, right, here at Funded Futures Network, you can get funded in either 4 or 7 days. And we have a 40% consistency rule for the withdrawals. After you withdraw $5,000, you have no consistency rule and you get the daily payouts. Then go ahead, click the link below, start off with an account. We offer Quantower, Rithmic, Edge Pro. We have a lot of platforms that you can use just because we want to make sure that traders have the best tools available. Thanks everybody for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and even comment down below what exactly you feel your trading needs to become more profitable. And we'll see you guys in the next video.